what he said about, and I'm happy today the president did sign conflict of interest bill.
Which I was coming to
into act.
Yes.
And it is very significant at the fight against corruption. Because what we saw in KEMSA a few years ago, or a few months ago, KEMSA had done into a dent of corruption. And I think now that we have conflict of interest, where we are hearing allegations of senior government officials, people who are connected to KEMSA, who are perpetuating corruption. And one of the biggest scandals was during COVID era, and during post-COVID era, where there were allegations of corruption within KEMSA. And I think the signing of conflict of interest bill will not only address corruption at KEMSA, but across the counties and across government, where people are using cronies and relatives to perpetuate corruption. So I want to agree with Senator Onyonga that the issue of corruption as a country, we must fight it at all levels, because now we are creating a lot of millionaires for people who are selling air to government agencies. And I agree to improve service delivery. The biggest monster in the room is how we can fight corruption. And I'm happy in the ODM MOU between ODM and UDA, if my memory serves me right, because I was in KICC, is the fight against corruption.
Indeed.
And we are fighting, and I agree with the submission today by Senator Onyonga are very brilliant. That some of these challenges we are facing in the country did not start with President Ruto. It is one of the historical issues. And I'm happy that Madam Rosa, who is a member of ODM Central Committee, one of it is how we can audit. We need to stock take that in the fight against corruption, this is where we are, in the issue of human rights in the country, in the issue of governance, this is in the issue of devolution. I want to agree that they are now decided to form a joint working technical committee, and I'm happy they are put to the reins on the SG, because many people had misquoted BAMBA at some point when he said that individuals within ODM have a right to freedom of expression, but that is not the position of ODM. And even as in UDA, we are keen, because one of the critical issues, Debal, you have to note, is the stability of the country, the peace of the country, and equitable and equitable share of national revenue. You know, for example, in conclusion, the reason President William Ruto is being fought very hard is for the first time since independence, he is trying to bring equity in terms of resource allocation in the country. When we went to Homa Bay for celebrations, it was very impressive, because when you engage the locals there, they were seeing some of the development agenda being taken to that region for the first time since the political differences that we have experienced in the country. Other regions, like the construction of road from Mandera all the way to Isiolo, the famous road. And that equity, there are some people or individuals within who are so established that do not wish some of the regions to access the national cake. Yet they forget that people from across all 47 counties, from Namanga to Malaba, all the way to Elwak, all the way to Mombasa, Lunga, all of them pay taxes. And I think I want to agree with the position taken by the ODM Central Committee led by Party Leader Raila Amolo Odinga, that we need to do a stock take. Let us stock take as a country.
Thank you.
Issue of the share that you have discussed, let us stock take. Issue of corruption, let us, and governance and many others, including devolution. I want to agree with Senator Onyonga. I'm happy with this vibrant oversight against the national government. But I want also to encourage him to do the same vibrant oversight against the governor and county government of Kisii.
Which we'll come to in a moment. Which we'll come to, yes.